Imagine a world where a litter of puppies, born in real life to the author's own Dalmatians, becomes the spark for a desperate studio's last-ditch effort to stay afloat. Disney, drowning in debt after Sleeping Beauty's flop, pinned its hopes on 101 Dalmatians, a film that wouldn't exist without Xerox's cost-cutting magic. But does this tale of canine courage and Cruella's cruelty hold up, or is it just a spotted relic of its time? Imagine a world where a litter of puppies, born in real life to the author's own Dalmatians, becomes the spark for a desperate studio's last-ditch effort to stay afloat. Disney, drowning in debt after the flop of Sleeping Beauty, pinned its hopes on 101 Dalmatians, a film that would either save or sink its animation division. This 1961 classic, born from Dodie Smith's personal experience with her Dalmatians litter, isn't just a tale of canine courage, but a testament to Disney's survival instincts. With the studio on the brink of shuttering its animation arm, the pressure was on to deliver a hit. Enter the diabolical Cruella de Vil, whose obsession with turning puppies into a fashion statement drives the plot. But what makes this film more than just a rescue story? It's the blend of whimsy and urgency, the innovative use of technology, like Xerox's cost-cutting animation process, that allowed Disney to bring this spotted spectacle to life. Yet, beneath the charm lies a question. Does the film's reliance on its villain overshadow its heroes, and how does it hold up today? This review will dissect the animation, the characters, and the cultural impact of a movie that not only saved a studio, but redefined what a Disney film could be. Show movie poster. From the iconic barks, courtesy of Clarence Nash, the voice of Donald Duck, to the tense chase scenes, we'll explore why 101 Dalmatians matters, even if its legacy isn't as spotless as its heroes. In the heart of London, 101 Dalmatians begins with a charming domestic scene that feels almost too idyllic to last. Pongo, a spirited Dalmatian, lives with his owner, Roger, a struggling songwriter. Pongo, ever the matchmaker, spots Anita, a beautiful woman, walking her Dalmatian, Perdita, and orchestrates a meeting that leads to romance between both humans and dogs. The film's early moments are steeped in warmth and whimsy, but there's an undercurrent of tension, a sense that this happiness is fragile. When Anita's former schoolmate, the eccentric and menacing Cruella de Vil, enters the picture, the tone shifts dramatically. Cruella's obsession with Dalmatians is immediately unsettling, and her desire for a coat made from their fur hints at the darkness to come. The birth of Pongo and Perdita's litter, inspired by the real-life experience of author Dodie Smith, whose Dalmatians had 15 puppies, one of which was revived by her husband, adds a layer of emotional stakes. The puppies become the heart of the story, their innocence and vulnerability contrasting sharply with Cruella's cold ambition. The first act masterfully sets up the conflict. The puppies are abducted by Cruella's henchmen, Jasper and Horace, leaving Roger and Anita desperate to find them. The film's animation shines in these early scenes, particularly in the way it captures the personalities of the dogs, with Clarence Nash's iconic barks adding authenticity. The setup is both endearing and foreboding, a delicate balance that keeps the audience invested in the fate of these beloved characters. Behind the scenes of 101 Dalmatians, the stakes were as high as the number of puppies on screen. Disney, fresh off the financial flop of Sleeping Beauty in 1959, was drowning in debt. There was even talk of shutting down the animation division altogether, as the company shifted focus to live-action films, television, and theme parks. This film wasn't just a creative endeavor, it was a Hail Mary to keep the studio alive. And it worked, thanks in no small part to a technological breakthrough and some clever cost-cutting. The sheer number of Dalmatians in the film, 101 to be exact, posed a massive challenge for animators. Traditionally, each frame would have required painstaking hand inking, a process that would have been prohibitively expensive. Enter Xerox technology. Disney used a Xerox camera to transfer animators' drawings directly onto cells, eliminating the need for manual inking. This not only saved time, but also cut the film's budget in half, making it one of the most cost-effective productions in Disney's history. The result? A film that feels both ambitious and efficient, with scenes like the Twilight Bark, where dogs communicate across London, or the chaotic puppy roundup, which would have been impossible without this innovation. But the pressure wasn't just financial. The film's success hinged on its ability to balance charm with urgency. The idyllic opening scenes, where Pongo and Perdita's puppies are born, feel almost too perfect. A deliberate contrast to the chaos that follows when Cruella de Vil enters the picture. The animators had to ensure that the audience fell in love with these characters quickly, knowing that their abduction would drive the narrative, and it worked. The film's emotional core, the desperate search for the puppies, resonates because of the care taken in those early moments. Even Cruella, with her manic energy and over-the-top villainy, was a product of necessity. Her character was designed to be larger than life, a foil to the innocence of the puppies, and her presence looms over the film like a shadow. The chase sequences, particularly the climactic one where the dogs escape through the snow, showcase the animator's ability to create tension without sacrificing the film's light-hearted tone. It's a testament to Disney's ingenuity that a film born out of financial desperation became one of its most enduring classics. 101 Dalmatians wasn't just a hit, it was a lifeline, proving that sometimes the greatest creativity emerges from the tightest corners. What sets 101 Dalmatians apart isn't just its heartwarming story, but the meticulous craftsmanship that went into every frame. The film's standout elements are a testament to Disney's ability to innovate under pressure. First, let's talk about the animation. With hundreds of spotted dogs on screen, the task was daunting, but Disney turned to Xerox technology to streamline the process. This wasn't just a cost-cutting measure, it was a creative breakthrough. The Xerox method allowed for a looser, more sketch-like quality in the animation, giving the film a distinct, almost modern edge compared to its predecessors. This technique didn't just save the studio money, it redefined the visual style of the film, making it feel both timeless and refreshingly bold. Consider the scene where Pongo and Perdita's puppies are first introduced. The chaotic yet charming energy of the puppies is amplified by the animation's fluidity, capturing the essence of their playful innocence. Then there's the music, composed by George Bruns. The score is understated, yet deeply effective, blending seamlessly with the narrative. The iconic Cruella de Vil song, with its jazzy, sinister flair, perfectly encapsulates the villain's manic personality. It's a masterclass in character-driven music, and its placement in the film during Cruella's dramatic entrance is nothing short of brilliant. The dialogue, too, is sharp and memorable. The banter between Pongo and Perdita feels natural, with a wit that transcends its animated medium. Even the supporting characters, like the Colonel and his dogs, have distinct voices that add depth to the story. Take the scene where the dogs communicate through the Twilight Bark, a clever play on the limitations of their world. It's not just a plot device, it's a moment that highlights the film's ingenuity in storytelling. The voice acting is another standout. Betty Lou Gerson's Cruella de Vil is a tour de force, her raspy, over-the-top delivery making her one of Disney's most unforgettable villains. And let's not forget Clarence Nash, whose dog barks, yes, even the barks, add an authenticity that grounds the film in its canine perspective. The film's pacing is also worth noting. It's a lean, tightly structured narrative that never drags, despite the high stakes. The abduction of the puppies is handled with a sense of urgency that keeps the audience engaged, while the rescue mission is a thrilling, edge-of-your-seat sequence. The climax, where the dogs outsmart Cruella and her henchmen, is a triumph of clever storytelling and visual comedy. Finally, there's the emotional core of the film. The bond between the dogs and their owners feels genuine, rooted in real-life experiences like Dodie Smith's own story of her Dalmatians litter. This authenticity elevates the film beyond mere entertainment, making it a heartfelt exploration of family and loyalty. In a time when Disney was on the brink of closing its animation division, 101 Dalmatians wasn't just a hit, it was a lifeline. Its standout elements, the innovative animation, memorable music, and sharp storytelling prove that even in the face of adversity, creativity can thrive. Upon its release in 1961, 101 Dalmatians was met with widespread acclaim, both from critics and audiences alike. The film's unique blend of heartwarming storytelling and innovative animation techniques resonated deeply, offering a much-needed hit for Disney after the financial struggles following Sleeping Beauty. Critics praised the film's ability to balance humor and tension, particularly in the scenes where the puppies are abducted by Cruella de Vil's minions. The chase sequences, filled with suspense and clever twists, were highlighted as standout moments that kept viewers on the edge of their seats. The use of Xerox technology, which allowed for the efficient animation of hundreds of spotted dogs, was also lauded as a groundbreaking achievement in the industry. This cost-effective method not only saved Disney from potential financial ruin, but also added a distinct visual style to the film. Audiences were particularly charmed by the puppies, whose playful antics and heartwarming bond with their owners struck a universal chord. One critic noted, "The film's ability to capture the essence of familial love and the lengths one will go to protect it is nothing short of remarkable." However, not all reviews were glowing. Some critics felt that the character of Cruella de Vil, while undeniably iconic, bordered on caricature, with her over-the-top villainy occasionally overshadowing the more nuanced aspects of the story. Others pointed out that the film's pacing could feel uneven, particularly in the middle act, where the focus shifts to the dog's journey rather than the human characters. Despite these minor criticisms, 101 Dalmatians was a critical and commercial success, solidifying its place as a beloved classic in Disney's animation canon. Its impact extended beyond the screen, inspiring generations of animators and filmmakers. The film's success also played a pivotal role in keeping Disney's animation division alive during a time when the company was considering shifting focus to live-action projects. In retrospect, the film's enduring appeal lies in its ability to blend technical innovation with timeless storytelling, making it a cherished favorite for audiences of all ages. The cultural impact of 101 Dalmatians extends far beyond its initial release, shaping both the animation industry and popular culture in profound ways. At a time when Disney was teetering on the brink of financial disaster following the underperformance of Sleeping Beauty, this film became a lifeline. The studio's innovative use of Xerox technology not only halved production costs, but also revolutionized animation, allowing for the seamless rendering of hundreds of spotted dogs. This technical breakthrough ensured the film's profitability and cemented Disney's continued relevance in an era where live action and television were gaining dominance. The movie's success single-handedly saved Disney's animation division, paving the way for future classics. Beyond its industry significance, the film left an indelible mark on society. Cruella de Vil, with her maniacal obsession with fur coats, became an iconic villain, embodying the excesses of fashion and the dangers of unchecked greed. Her character has since transcended the film, appearing in countless adaptations, spin-offs, and even inspiring a live-action reboot decades later. The story's roots in Dodie Smith's personal experience, her Dalmatians litter of 15 puppies, one of which was dramatically revived, added a layer of authenticity that resonated with audiences. This blend of heartfelt storytelling and real-life inspiration made the film a cultural touchstone, sparking a surge in Dalmatian ownership and cementing the breed's place in popular imagination. However, this phenomenon also highlighted the darker side of media influence, as many families were ill-prepared for the demands of the breed, leading to abandonment and overpopulation. Scenes like the Twilight Bark, a canine communication network, and the puppy's daring escape from Cruella's clutches became ingrained in collective memory, inspiring generations of filmmakers and animators. The film's legacy is evident in its enduring appeal, from its influence on animated storytelling to its role in shaping public perceptions of animal welfare. 101 Dalmatians is more than a movie. It's a testament to the power of innovation, the enduring allure of a well-crafted villain, and the timeless bond between humans and their pets. Did you know that 101 Dalmatians almost never made it to the big screen? When Walt Disney first read Dodie Smith's story in 1956, he immediately recognized its potential and snapped up the film rights. Interestingly, Smith had always secretly hoped Disney would adapt her work, a wish that came true in spectacular fashion. But the journey from page to screen wasn't without its challenges. The film's production was a groundbreaking experiment for Disney, as it was the first to use a new cost-saving animation technique called xerography. This method allowed animators to directly transfer their pencil sketches onto animation cells, preserving the artist's original lines and giving the film its distinctive sketch-like look. However, this innovation wasn't without its flaws. If you look closely during the scene where Pongo and Perdita are searching for their puppies in the snow, you'll notice some characters' outlines appear slightly jagged, a telltale sign of the acrography process. Another behind-the-scenes tidbit: the iconic scene where the puppies are first introduced was almost cut entirely. Early test screenings revealed that audiences found the sequence too chaotic, with too many puppies on screen at once. Thankfully, the filmmakers decided to keep it, and it's now one of the most beloved moments in the film. Speaking of the puppies, did you know that only 15 unique puppy designs were created? The animators cleverly reused these designs to create the illusion of 99 distinct puppies, a testament to their creativity under budget constraints. And let's not forget Cruella de Vil, whose over-the-top personality was inspired by a real-life acquaintance of Dodie Smith's. The character's manic energy and iconic black and white fur coat were brought to life by animator Mark Davis, who reportedly modeled her movements after a combination of a wildcat and a snake. One of the most fascinating deleted scenes involved a musical number called "Don't Buy a Parrot from a Sailor," which was cut due to pacing issues. While it's a shame we never got to see it, the film's final soundtrack remains a standout, with Cruella de Vil becoming an instant classic. Lastly, the film's success wasn't just artistic, it was a box office hit, proving that Disney's risk-taking with new animation techniques paid off. So, the next time you watch 101 Dalmatians, keep an eye out for those jagged lines. Imagine the cut musical number and appreciate the ingenuity that went into bringing this timeless In the end, 101 Dalmatians is a testament to Disney's ability to turn a simple story into a cultural phenomenon. Despite the studio's financial struggles at the time, the film's innovative use of Xerox technology not only cut costs, but also added a unique visual style that still holds up today. The scene where Pongo and Perdita search for their puppies through the snowy night is both heart-wrenching and beautifully animated, showcasing the film's emotional depth. However, the pacing can feel uneven, particularly in the middle act, where the focus shifts too heavily to the canine characters, leaving the human protagonist somewhat underutilized. Cruella de Vil, though iconic, sometimes borders on caricature, which can make her less menacing than intended. That said, the film's charm and its impact on both the animation industry and popular culture cannot be overstated. It's a story that resonates, perhaps because it's rooted in real-life events, like Dodie Smith's own experience with a litter of Dalmatian puppies. For families and animation enthusiasts, it's a must-watch, though it may not fully satisfy those seeking a more balanced narrative. Ultimately, 101 Dalmatians is a classic that, despite its flaws, remains a beloved and influential piece of cinema.